everyone, it's Jordan Faith. I am a Curly Girl Method enthusiast, and here on my channel I like to share my hair care journey with all of you. So if you want to see me experiment with different products and techniques, please subscribe. Today we're going to be comparing the wide tooth comb with the wet brush. So to compare them, I am going to do the exact same wash day, first with a wide tooth comb, and then again with a wet brush, and see what difference they make on how my hair looks. Let's head to my shower to get started. Here I am in my shower. I am just wetting my hair and scrubbing my scalp before taking the Not Your Mother's Naturals Royal Honey and Kalahari Desert Melon Shampoo, 2 pumps, and I'm just going to start working that in and scrubbing my scalp really well. Then I am going to rinse it out and scrub my scalp as I do that to make sure it's thoroughly rinsed from my scalp and my hair. Then I'm taking the matching conditioner, 3 pumps, and I'm going to work that in through the mids and lengths of my hair and finger detangle. After my hair is thoroughly finger detangled, I'm going to take the wide tooth comb and comb through and then I'm rinsing that conditioner out. And taking the Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner by Curls, just a little bit, and I'm going to rake that through my hair. And then flip my head over and start situating my hair in front of my face and down the sides of my head. And then take the wide tooth comb again to comb through and start forming my curl clumps. I'm going to do a quick little squish chicken dish and then move on to my stylers. I'm taking the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, about that much, and smoothing it over my curl clumps using the praying hands technique, and then I'm going to scrunch it in. And I like to scrunch really well just to help encourage curl formation. Then I'm taking the Aussie Instant Freeze Gel and applying that in just the same way. Praying hands, and then here I am just kind of smoothing over the curl clumps, situating them a little bit better, and then scrunching. I like to scrunch all the way up to my scalp so that I don't have super straight roots and just curly ends. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the Aussie Instant Freeze and just scrunch it in all over. Then I'm going to flip my hair up and continue to scrunch so that my curls are situated in an upright position, so they're not all in my face. And so they won't be all wonky when I'm upright. Then I am going to microplop with a cotton t-shirt. And so I am just holding the t-shirt over my hands and scrunching up just like I did with the gel, but this time I've got a t-shirt over my hands. And this is just to remove any extra water so that it's not weighing my curls down and to kickstart the drying process. Again, I am also doing this upright just so everything looks good in an upright position and not just upside down. Now I am going to go ahead and diffuse. I'm going to start by hover diffusing like I always do, and on this day I decided to hover diffuse for about 5 minutes just to get my roots starting to dry. And so I do the sides of my head, and then I do the back of my head, and then I'm going to start pixie diffusing. And I'm going to pixie diffuse for about 10 minutes. So when I pixie diffuse, I turn the blow dryer off every time it is moving around. So it's off, and I scoop up my curls and press it against my head, and then I turn it on, low heat, low speed, and hold it in each section for about a minute. After diffusing, I just air dried the rest of the way, and now we're going to scrunch out the crunch. So I think this wash day turned out pretty nicely. The wide tooth comb is very sturdy, so it's really good at detangling. And it gives decent clumps, but it doesn't gather all the hair together. So here are the results of that wash day. Here is the back. And here we are again for the second wash day. So I am wetting my hair again. I'm going to take the same shampoo, 2 pumps, and really work that through. Scrub my scalp. Get a really good clean base. Milk the cow, rinse it out thoroughly, and then I'm going to take the matching conditioner again, 3 pumps, just like last time, and work that through, focusing on the mids and ends, and detangling as I go with my fingers. Then I'm going to take the wet brush and brush through my hair. And then I'm going to completely rinse out that conditioner and move on to leave-in. I'm using the same one as last time, the same amount. And I'm gonna work that through, flip my head over, situate everything forward, and then take the wet brush to start forming my clumps. This is where I think the wet brush really shines. It does a really good job smoothing all the hair together and really helping those clumps form. So it is my preference for clumping over the wide tooth comb. The bristles are very, very bendy, so it doesn't control the hair as good as the wide tooth comb. And it doesn't work as well for detangling, but it is definitely better for me for clumping. Those are my clumps. Then I'm taking the same stylers, the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, the same amount, glazing it over and using praying hands to smooth down my clumps. Then scrub scrunching it in. I always scrunch and pulse just to make sure that product is getting all over my curl clumps. And then I try to make sure to tilt my head from side to side and scrunch all the way up to my scalp so that I get good curl definition from root to tip. Then I'm taking the Aussie Instant Freeze gel again and applying that in the same way. You might notice that you can see a little bit more of my scalp in this wash day. That is because I am about 3 months postpartum now, so I have started going through postpartum hair loss. It is not due to the Curly Girl method, which is very normal with all the hormone changes when you're pregnant and then in the postpartum period. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to make a video about my postpartum hair loss journey when it's over. So I just worked in a little bit more gel, and then I am microplopping with a cotton t-shirt again. And I always make sure to move my hair side to side, upside down, right side up, throughout the entire process so that it looks decent all around. Now I'm going to diffuse in the same way. 5 minutes of hover diffusing my roots, followed by 10 minutes of pixie diffusing. We're just going to speed right through this because we already saw it once. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of every part of the process so that you would know my wash day was as similar to the first one as I could get it. After diffusing, I air dried again, but this day I decided to take my kids outside, and it was hot and humid, and we walked around the block, and I got really sweaty. And so I might have sabotaged the wet brush wash day just a little bit, because I did end up with some more frizz, and the back of my head looks a little bit droopy. And I think that's partially due to being outside and partially due to the fact that I'm just still learning and practicing how to style the back of my head the best way that I can. But we're here to scrunch out the crunch now. And show you the results. I think it still turned out really nicely. I really like the curls that I have in the front. I do think the wet brush helps a lot with my curl clumps, and they end up looking really nice and curly and bouncy. And I'm excited to experiment with it different ways. So today is the day after the wet brush wash day. This is how it held up. Last night I just slept with it tossed up over my pillow, That's how I've slept with my hair for years, and it is a hard habit to break. So right now, I don't actually protect my hair at night. I know that's a no-no. I have done it a few times. I am going to try to really make it a habit in my routine, but I haven't gotten there yet. But even without protecting it in any way, I think it held up pretty nicely. The wide tooth comb is really sturdy, so it makes it very easy to comb through your hair. And I think my clumps looked pretty good. I think the overall results were good. The cons with a wide tooth comb would be that it is not as gentle, but in my opinion, it also doesn't form as good clumps. The wet brush, on the other hand, is very gentle because the bristles are so bendy. I never realized how soft the bristles would actually be when I was watching other people use it in videos, but they are very, very soft and bendy, so it's difficult for me to brush from the top and get my hair to go in the direction that I want it to. But when I brush from underneath and the weight of my hair is helping me run the brush through, it works really well, and I think that it gives better clumps. I think both are very good options, but for now, I think I'll be sticking with the wet brush. And tell me what you use to brush through or style your hair. Let me know in the comments which wash day you liked more. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see me do more comparisons like this. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I'll see you next time.